Ladies and gentlemen, EIP 1559 has finally come to pass for Ethereum. This is one of the biggest upgrades in Ethereum's history. So folks, in this video, I want to describe what this is, what this could mean for the future price of Ethereum. I want to run through some price prediction scenarios for Ethereum if we go back into a bull market, and I want to share with you guys some of the specific price levels I'm looking out for to understand whether or not we're in a bull run. So folks, if that sounds interesting to you, do me and you a favor, like and subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. Without further ado, let's delve into it. So ladies and genitals, why is EIP 1559 such a big deal for Ethereum? Well, first, I think we should understand what an EIP is in the first place. So EIP stands for Ethereum Improvement Proposal, and this is how the Ethereum network introduces changes. A developer will introduce an EIP, and then the network will vote on it and adopt it or not. So folks, today, August 5th, 2021, EIP 1559, among other EIPs, were introduced and adopted by the network. All these EIPs together are referred to the London hard fork, but you hear a lot of people talk about EIP 1559 specifically because it's the one that most people are most excited about. And the reason why everyone's so excited about this is because EIP 1559 introduces a deflationary mechanism to Ethereum, where a portion of every transaction will be burned, making Ethereum deflationary and thus even harder money than Bitcoin, and having even more interesting bullish tokenomics than Bitcoin. So folks, to understand what kind of price impact EIP 1559 and supply decreasing with Ethereum could have on Ethereum's price action, let's first take a look at Bitcoin and the Bitcoin halvings, and how the Bitcoin halvings, a decrease in the amount of incoming supply, has had an effect on Bitcoin's price action. So folks, these green lines represent each Bitcoin halving, where the amount of incoming Bitcoin every 4 years gets cut in half. And if we examine every single time this has happened in the past, well, price afterwards has reacted extremely positively, because if demand is either increasing or just consistent, and you cut the amount of incoming supply, well folks, price goes up. So folks, look at what's happened here. Every single time we've had a halving, we've had a bull run shortly after. And with the Bitcoin halvings, only half of the incoming supply gets cut in half with each incoming Bitcoin halving. But with EIP 1559, the supply of Ethereum, well, the incoming supply of Ethereum won't just be cut in half, but the total supply will actually decrease over time. So if just the incoming supply getting cut in half led to an 8,000% rally, 12,000% rally, a couple 100% rally, what could supply decreasing have an effect on price action? Folks, I really don't think the market has woken up yet. Well, maybe it has, and realize the true long-term effects of this. Because folks, let's really try and distill this. The amount of incoming supply getting cut in half has led to these insane parabolic rallies. What could, not just incoming supply getting cut in half, but supply decreasing over time, what effect could that have on price action? Folks, we're about to find out, because we are seeing a shit ton of Ethereum being burnt. Over nearly 3,000 Ethereum burnt in half a day, over $2 million worth of Ethereum being burned in the first half a day of EIP 1559. Folks, this is one of the most bullish things to ever happen in Ethereum's history. I personally think this is the second biggest deal in Ethereum's history, second to, Ethereum 2.0 fully going live, bringing scalability and proof of stake. This is absolutely massive. And folks, we're seeing the Ethereum Bitcoin pairing breakout. We're seeing Ethereum itself breakout. We're seeing that we're testing these previous relief rallies, and I think if we can make a higher high above 3,000, then folks, there is not that much resistance past 3,000. If we can confidently flip $3,000 from resistance into support, then in that case, I think we have a good chance of reaching all-time highs and entering price discovery once again. And it's not just the price action that's bullish, it's also the off-chart factors that are bullish. Ethereum is dramatically leaving exchanges over the long term. The macro trend is Ethereum leaving exchanges. This is very bullish. Why? Because the less supply on exchanges, the more scarce ETH is, and the less potential selling pressure there is. Now, yes, in the short term, there does seem to be a short-term spike of Ethereum entering exchanges, but the macro trend is Ethereum dramatically leaving exchanges. So, folks, not only is Ethereum becoming increasingly, dramatically more scarce on exchanges, but the supply will now decrease over time on one of the most in-demand assets that exists on all of cryptocurrency. Folks, this is insanely bullish, and the only reason why I'm not totally gung-ho about a full-on second leg of the bull market yet is unfortunately because of Bitcoin, because whether we like it or not, Bitcoin leads the market. So if we want to understand and be confident that there could be a second leg of the bull market where Ethereum reaches all-time highs and enters price discovery once again, we need Bitcoin to be bullish as well, because it's highly unlikely that Ethereum will go on its own parabolic price discovery rally without Bitcoin also being healthy, because unfortunately Bitcoin affects market sentiment, it affects liquidity, so we need a healthy Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has been rallying as of late, but I'm cautiously, very cautiously optimistic and cautiously bullish about Bitcoin, but I'm not totally bullish quite yet, because we do have a strong resistance trend line that we have not broken through. Folks, for us to be in a bull market, we need to do three things. We need to make macro higher highs, higher lows, and flip major resistance to the support. Ethereum has flipped major resistance to the support. They've made a higher high, but now I'm waiting for higher lows, but I'm also waiting for one final bit of bullish confirmation where if we break above this layer, I do believe we would have seen enough signs of trend reversal to confidently believe in a second leg of the bull run. And that being this red trend line from all-time highs to next lower high with Bitcoin. Folks, this is an extremely substantial trend line. I believe that if we break above 42,000, come back down to retest 42,000 and hold it as support, then in that case only, can all this bullish sentiment in the market and with Ethereum see continuation. Because until we see bullish confirmation with Bitcoin, there's a strong possibility that we may be in a bull trap. I want to see that last bit of bullish confirmation. Once we see that bullish confirmation, then we could get totally gung-ho of all this fundamental bullish news being able to translate into price action, and that bullish price action being able to see continuation once we get confirmation, folks. Now, assuming Bitcoin gives us a bit of bullish confirmation, I want to share with you guys some of my price predictions for a second leg of the bull market. I want to show you guys where I think Ethereum could go to and why I think Ethereum could hit these certain levels based off what Bitcoin has done in the past with this particular pattern and analytical instrument playing out. So folks, if you want to hear my Ethereum price predictions, do me that favor, like and subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads, because if you like the content, the more likes we get, the more views we get. It's that simple. So folks, let's delve into it. These are my Ethereum price predictions for a second leg of the bull run based off Fibonacci extension work. Assuming we get a second leg of the bull run, I do think Ethereum has a good chance of reaching these certain levels, and I'll go to explain to you guys why this Fibonacci extension tool can be highly accurate. So folks, my conservative prediction is $8,600, moderate prediction $13,000, and my more optimistic prediction is $20,000 per Ethereum this cycle, if again we see bullish confirmation with Bitcoin and we see continuation of the bull market. But why is this significant? I mean, these are just kind of some random blinds. No, I want to show you guys how Fibonacci extensions can really help you call tops and call the length of an impulse with Bitcoin. So folks, this is the 2013-2014 Bitcoin bull market, and the way you draw a Fibonacci extension is you draw it from the bottom of the impulse to the top to the bottom of the retracement. That gives you some fib levels that are likely to act as support and resistance for the next impulse up. And isn't it funny that Bitcoin went to exactly the 4.236 Fibonacci extension? Sorry, have I been saying retracement? I mean extension. It's the Fibonacci extension. So I mean, you could say, oh, it was kind of random, but folks, this happens all the time where we reach these certain fib levels. Folks, this isn't the end all be all. I wouldn't place all your weight on this, but I do think applying this kind of tool can give you a realistic understanding of what's possible during a parabolic rally at the very least, you also get an understanding of when you could be overextended on, when you have room for continuation. So that's why I do believe Fibonacci extensions are helpful to understand and apply when doing potential price predictions. So folks, take this with a grain of salt. This may not end up happening, but I do think these are realistic levels for a potential top of Ethereum during a second leg of the bull run. Now, while it's not a guarantee that we will have a second leg of the bull run, folks, make sure you like and subscribe. Stay tuned to this channel because we're going to be sharing with you guys all the major levels we're looking out for to understand breakouts, price targets, that kind of thing. So folks, stay tuned. We'll fill you in as things develop, whether we see confirmation, continuation, we'll be letting you guys know. Also, if you guys want access to my take profit strategy for this bull cycle, then make sure you become a VIP Discord member. You get access to our Patreon. The link for that is down in the description below. Go sign up today because, folks, we have tons of helpful information there. We share everything from what we're buying, what we're looking into, what's on our watch list, what we're staking, what we're yield farming, what we're becoming liquidity providers for, not to mention our take profit strategy, all the factors we consider. Folks, none of this is financial advice, but if you want to gain more access to ourselves, support us, and if you want a different perspective, then definitely sign up and become a VIP Discord member. Again, link for everything's down in the Patreon below. Folks, that's enough shilling from me. Ultimately, you guys are the best. Thank you all so much for watching. We're definitely going to be updating you guys as this potential bull market develops, letting you guys know what the major important levels we're looking out for, when we could see continuation, what are our price predictions, how things move, the news of the day, all that good stuff. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, take care.